Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? I am here, Lucky Sixes from Proxy Table Gaming. Here for an impromptu look at life in general for the Proxy Table Gaming gang, and also a little bit of hobby, as you can see on the screen. I've recently, I guess, been inspired. And started getting my motivation back to do a bit more hobby. Thanks, the Grotto boys and PTG Gobbo for that. But also just a few other things in general, really. Wanting to get all my grey stuff not grey anymore, to be honest. And also, my daughter's got into the hobby a little bit, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But yeah, if you haven't, I should shout out the Gobbo's video. I haven't seen it yet. He did a summer video recap, which was very cool. Do go out, do check it out, give him loads of comments and love, because I know it's pretty tough to create those videos. So the more love you give him, the more videos you'll get, essentially. So go over there, hit like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. You guys know the drill. But yeah, I guess from my point of view, I just wanted to check in and show you a few projects I've got going on for the future. Then talk a little bit about, once we've done the hobby, talk a little bit about tournaments and stuff we've got going on. And yeah, really just crack on, I guess, with giving you an update of what we've got to come. So as you can see, we have lots of hobby stuff going on there. This is sort of like my, I guess, pile of shame at the minute, which isn't too bad. It's got a decent amount in it, but not too bad, and I've got a few projects on the go. We have one of the latest ones that I've completed. Yay! Is my Beast Herd Shaman, which I've actually had for about 2 years, half finished, and I just added the finishing touches, basically. I wanted to try a few new things with my Beast Herds, because you can see I now have 2 Beast Herds that I've completed. A Centaur Chieftain, which I did long time ago, and now my Beast Herds Shaman. So one of the big things I wanted to try with this army, and this is like a long standing army because this is all I have so far, is the bases. So tried loads of foliage and things like that, and I think it came out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that sort of side of things, and also just taking my time on the models as much as possible to get as much detail on there. I did try a blue, what's it called? I guess ethereal sword. I wanted to come up with some sort of shininess, for want of a better word. But it probably didn't come out as good as I'd like. I wanted sort of some sort of a much more magical feel to it. But I was happy enough with that, and how they've sort of come out. So it's a good start from my point of view. Oh, if anybody's got any tips on how to, I guess, paint neon, I'd be very interested to hear that. But yeah, otherwise, he's got some scouring, got some, as I said, the basing and the foliage from the forest, and otherwise just as much detail as I could on them to make them stand out. So they're probably some of my best work so far, in terms of that, which I'm pretty happy with. On the flip side of things, my daughter's been painting, which has been very exciting for me. She's 6 years old now, and basically sees me in here painting and playing and with all the models everywhere and wants in on it. So that was really cool for me. And for the most part, she did all of it, which is great. The new contrast paints really do help with beginners and things. For the most part, this is just, I guess, I have no idea on the names of them, so excuse me for butchering them, but it's like a pink shade, and then a purple shade, and then I essentially just made them white, let her paint them all as much as possible with one shade. Then she wanted different hair, so let her do the hair. The basing wise, she wasn't too keen on, so the bases was where I come from. However, she did add the skulls and the blood, which a little bit worried actually. But nonetheless, this is what you see for her first one. I magnetized as well, so again, I guess with the new hobby and stuff, I wanted to try out a few different things as well, and things I never did with my models, which I really wish I would. But for hers, I guess I'm just painting up the basing again, and also magnetizing them to the tray, so that tray actually sort of go the other side of that. Well, it can be turned upside down, although I don't recommend it in any way, shape, or form. That was cool. Her army also, she's very sexist, my daughter, and she won't mind me saying she prefers the girls. So I got her these. She actually from Firestorm that I went to last time for my last tournament, and again magnetized them to these round bases so that they stand a bit easier. Because at the minute, for I asked the UK Nightfade chat actually what base I should put them on, because there are some sort of like goblins. Sorry, no, not goblins, gargoyles and stuff, and the for dread elves, demons, things like that. So I've decided to go for these smaller bases with the idea that I can magnetize them to large bases if needed. So I'll get some 25mm bases magnetized up. But yeah, they're magnetized to that, so you can turn them upside down if you need to. But also they stand easier, and when my daughter plays with them, it's much easier for her. Which means her army now stands at this. And a little tiny force, which is cool. But yeah, I guess from my point of view, it's nice to see someone to get someone else, and my daughter specifically, into the thing. But also testing myself out with a few new bits and bobs, really, while we're going with it. So the contrast paints are the main thing here, but also magnetizing and a bit different basing. She picked one of my vampire lords, lordesses, I guess, ladies, for her general. So this is her army, and I'll update you as it goes, really. But yeah, it's been really, really fun to explore different things with her, and do lots of painting and stuff like that. Yeah, again, I don't know what you guys do for basing. Or base coating models. For the ones on the right, we just painted it, so again, and paint it all white, and I did some as well. And for the ones on the left, the gargoyles, I think they're Sisters of Slaughter or something like that. I spray painted. So again, happy to hear your comments on what you prefer doing, and whether you prefer spray painting or base coating it black or white. For me and for my daughter, it's much easier if it's white, because we can just as I say, get the contrast paints out, it gets the detail, and it looks pretty. It's a considering a 6-year-old's giving it a go, it gives a pretty good end result. While you don't have, like, we're not going to be doing every single belt buckle or anything like that on these ones. The contrast on white base coat has been really useful, actually, to bring out the detail that the sculpts do. So yeah, really interesting to hear how you guys base and base coat everything, whether you use spray paint or white, or just paint on. Yeah, as I say, we've got a mix there. Also in my pile of shame, and this has been, I think these are about 3 years old. I went on a podcast. I guess it's a vlog chat with Madat back in the day, and I have a feeling that was at the start of COVID. Yeah, it was really, really good. Go check him out. Lots of series of hobbying videos, basically, where he gets people to chat about different things in the Ninth Age, and you paint while you do. So this is I did all of this within the time frame of the podcast or whatever it was I was on, and just have never touched them. I have 5 already. They're Barrowguard Knights. Again, I don't know what they Barrow Knights. Is it as simple as that? And yeah, I've never had the need really for another 5, so these guys have just been put on the sideline. But I would like to do them back up again, and have a full complement of 10, which would be nice for future, maybe future army lists and things like that. I've got a pretty extensive vampire army collection, so it's nice to add some more depth in some of them as well. But yeah, this is another project that will come up. Similarly, I guess on the same vein as my beast herds, I have a. Well, we got this model again thanks to Gobbo, who gave out all of these to people that went to Art of War in February. Excuse me. And I mean, I guess most of you will know I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy series, and I would like to come up with a Final Fantasy army, certainly a Final Fantasy army concept. There's loads of models from this range. This was Lion Tower Miniatures, who do some fantastic sculpts, and if you're into Final Fantasy, loads of decent, I guess converted models, because this one's Cedric. I imagine it's based on Cecil, the Dark Knight from Final Fantasy IV. So yeah, I have this, and this will be the start of my Final Fantasy army. However, I've left it up till now because I don't know what bases to put them on, what army potentially I could do for them, and these ones I want to be painting up to the best of my ability. So I'll probably in future vlogs of this look to you guys for some inspiration and some hints and tips on really what best to do with them, color schemes, other Final Fantasy models. That'll be certainly something I research and look up for future. I guess this is a vlog, right? Vlogs. But yeah, here's the first model I have for this pie in the sky idea modeling army. I don't even know whether it will be for 9th Age. I want it to be, because I'd love to be able to do it up and take it to a tournament. However, I'm not sure the units will correspond exactly. There are some Chocobo Knights, for example. I'm sure out there you can get some decent, I guess, Eidolons or whatever, which like the summons, so Ifrit, Shiva, and things like that, which could be good demons maybe as well. So yeah, so I really keen to create this concept army, and I'm all ears really. You know, I want to get all the mainstays in, Cloud, Sephiroth, all that, where I can. Even if they're in, I did have a thought that they could be a pretty decent Swordmaster unit, or like a chosen unit, with all the main sword wielding characters and things like that. So give me all your hints and tips on this. This will be something we definitely pull up in the future, and might even be one that I dedicate a video to, really, just to see what we can do with it. But it's something that it's very close to my heart. Outside of Ninth Age is Final Fantasy, and this really is the first of something to come, hopefully. Anyway, completing, I think, my shelf of shame, or my shame pile, however you call it, is this, really. I have 2 boxes of Vampire Knights. I love the models. Absolutely, I can't get enough of these models. I have the metal ones. I have 5 metal ones, and I love the units in game. So to have these is pretty cool. And I've bought 10 so that I can do them all together. I also have a Sylvan Elf army upcoming, and I'd like to do by the end of next year. Really have a set complete, and this is, I start with the trees. So I have two lots of 3 Kernoth hunters. That obviously won't be the bows; they'll be the sword versions of it. And then a Sylvaneth pack, which will be the trees of the Sylvan elves. So yeah, I'll update you as that goes. But something that I've already put together all the dryads, and the what's it called, Dryad Matriarch, if that's the thing, or whatever, the little character that is in the dryads as well. So yeah, looking forward to putting that all together. The one big thing for my Sylvan Elves that I'm looking at, actually Gobbo's helping me out quite a lot with this, is the bases of it. Again, I'd like to try something different with them. So rather than just like my Beast Herd where I created the bases, I would actually like to purchase some decent bases. Some forest bases. I know you can get them 3D printed perhaps, or something of the like. But basically something that you can buy pre-made with some sort of design on it that I can then punch out to the rest of my models, really. So if you guys know anything like that, that'd be really helpful. But yeah, this has been started and will be continuing very soon. Which sort of takes us to the end of the hobby side of things, and they're basically just updating you on what we have to work with, basically in the near future. Anyway, I'm pretty skint at the minute, so not looking to buy any more. But as I said, the Final Fantasy things and all that jazz. However, we do have tournaments to talk about, and yet another one at Firestorm, which is a lovely venue. Really, really nice place to be, outside of being a games, well, a gaming store. It's in like an industrial estate in Cardiff. 2 tiers. You might have seen some pictures from the Bat Reps that we just did of Clash 22, which was in July. But yes, going there again in September for Cardiff Open Welsh Championships. So there is for the winner there is a space for Masters. Not sure I'll quite get that, but you never know. If I can dice 5 people in a row, I'll be happy. Starting with you, Tommy. But yeah, so my big dilemma here really is, do I take Highborn Elves or do I take the Kingdom of Echtane? I have put it on Twitter, so if you're on Twitter, then go up there and check that out. It might show you the results. I'm not sure by the time this goes out. I'm not sure, but either way, check out my Twitter because that's where most of my stuff goes on in terms of engagement with you guys. That and the forum anyway. But yeah, I don't know what to take. I haven't taken my Highballs in a long time. Kind of got myself psyched up to do it, and then looked at the Kingdom of Echtane book and just thought, oh my days, they are good. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Highborns, or I mean, even if it's just one word comment in the in the comments section. Highborns or Kingdom of Ectane? Do I take the Knights? Do I take the pointy ears? Don't mind either, really. I have a small push to be top 30 this year. It was my goal because I've never even been top 40. So I wanted to get in the top 30 rankings wise. I'm doing alright so far. I had a bad, I guess, well, not bad, but like a slightly lower than average tournament at Clash. So looking to do it a bit better. I would like to get a top 10 in this next one coming up. That would obviously really help me get into the top 30. And then maybe I'll go to another one after that. So yeah, but anyway, what would you like to see? Basically, is the question here. Would you like content on the Highborn Elves or the Kingdom of Ectane? And I'm interested to hear what you think and why, if you've got the time to put that in the comments as well. That would be really helpful. Yeah, I had geared myself up to play Highborn Elves, and then I spoke to Mark Greensill, who's probably one of the top Highborn players, if not the top player in the UK. And he kind of told me everything I wanted to take was rubbish. In a very nice way. I really enjoyed the chat, actually, but it was one of those that I think would be very difficult. Whereas the Kingdom of Ectane is just easy mode, man. Anyone takes that, Wes. Right. But yeah, so yeah, very interested to hear your thoughts and what to take. And I'll be making a decision very soon anyway, because the 29th, or Monday the 29th is the deadline. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, really. But yeah, I think that just about wraps up this first video. A bit of an introduction one, really. And something just to say I'm planning on doing in the near future. Let's show you some pictures again just to finish. But yeah. There we go. File is shown. Yeah. Bit of hobby, bit of channel update, what we're doing. I know that Hypershe's looking at either, well, depending on what happens in the next few weeks, orcs, it could be orcs, could be ogres, could be the new Saurian Ancients or the old Saurian Ancients, depending on what happens. So I'll keep you updated with that. As I say, the best place to get hold of me is probably Twitter. That's where I'm most on, or the forum. Just go on there, really. Yeah. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you enjoyed this sort of concept for a video. Probably be looking to do it every, I don't know, couple of weeks or maybe monthly, or something like that. Just basically a chat of what I've done hobby-wise, what I'm going to do, and maybe talk through some ideas with you. Maybe even lead into army chats and stuff like that, possibly even live ones in the future. But yeah, let me know what you sort of think, whether you enjoyed it. If you did, so as we always say, like, share, subscribe, put all your comments. Loads of questions from this one, so I'd appreciate any thoughts really on any of the subjects. And yeah, and if you'd like us even further than that and want to help support, we do have a Patreon. All the links and stuff are in the description. You guys are pretty good already, so I won't push it. But if you want any more details, there it is. But yeah, probably wraps it up for today. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it's been useful. It's certainly useful for me, and in terms of keeping my motivation up to do new armies and painting, I think this will be really helpful. Do go check out the Gobbo's summer video, because it's pretty good. Pretty good anyway, but it'd be useful to get some comments and stuff and likes and shares over on that one to help Gobbo really. And otherwise, that's me done. Stay safe, everybody. If you go into Cardiff, I'll see you there. Very much looking forward to it. And otherwise, yeah, I hope you enjoy our stuff. See you later.